Hey everybody, it's Mary. I am going to show you how to paint the nativity cow. This goes with our Christmas piece, and I'm going to do some dry brushing and some showing you how to do some hair on here. And I've already base coated it. I base coated it in 2 coats. I did 2 coats of reindeer brown, y'all. Sorry about this, but I'm trying to get my technology going. And of course, it's not wanting to go. It makes me so mad, y'all. I wanted to do StreamYard today, and I'm using it, but it won't show the other side. So who knows? I have 2 cameras going, but of course, they're not showing up. So anyway, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to show you how to do some dry brushing first. So I put 2 coats of reindeer brown. Then I did the eyes in black, and of course this is in the red. And I did the bell in gray. So let me show you what I'm going to do. I've got some shading brown right here. Let's see if I can pull you guys up. Nope, it's not showing up in here. Am I in Painters in the Making, Debbie? I swear to God, if I'm not in Painters in the Making, I'm going to have a cow. Well, actually, I should be in all 3. I should be in Yard Art or Eyes, I should be in Painters in the Making, and I should be in Painters Club. Let me see if I can find comments. Let me go to comments. Nope. It's not letting me do it. Can y'all hear me? Well, hold on a minute. Let's see, y'all. I'm sorry about this, but it's just, hey, Debbie, can you hear me? I see you, but I cannot see if y'all can hear me. Some destinations won't get comments. Why can't I not see comments? Nope, don't want to do that. Okay. Y'all, every day is a new day. Okay. Well, I think I'll just sit here tonight and practice on StreamYard over and over and over until freaking midnight till I can figure it out. Okay, Debbie says y'all can hear me, so that's good. So I have this is actually a chip brush that I took a pair of scissors to, and I cut it. And I just cut the heck out of this chip brush. And now you could use a rake brush if you want to make hair. That's a rake brush. The reason I chose not to use this brush, y'all, is honestly because this is a bigger piece, so I would have to do a whole lot of brush strokes. And I try to make our videos to where they're not as long, you know, because if we're not careful, we can have videos that go like for 2 hours. And nobody wants to watch a video for 2 hours. So I just took a chip brush, and I have my shading brown, and I am just going in the direction of the way I think the hair would grow on the animal. And I have water in there, so I put the paint on there, and then I kind of take the paint back off. The object is to obviously have some paint on here, but you don't want a whole lot of paint. So let's go down here on the leg, if you will, where she's sitting down. And then, of course, I've got the tail. I've got to kind of come in here and do that. And then I'm going to go up this way. The object is just to put a lot of brush strokes on here in the direction that you think the hair would be growing. Now, if you put too much paint on there, it's just going to kind of glob up on you. And so I try to, it's almost a dry brush, a dry brushing. So you put the paint on there and you take it back off. So then you come up here on the ear. Of course, this is how the ear would grow. I'm going to do something like that. And then this is the cheek. Now I have my little cow on a Lazy Susan, and I'm standing up just because I know I've got to do quite a few brush strokes here and there. This is a little bit bigger piece than sometimes what we do. Don't be afraid to come back over your brush strokes if you feel like they're not thick enough or they're not showing up enough. It really is just kind of preference and how much do you want those brush strokes? Do you want them really light? Do you want them really dark? That kind of thing. And here's kind of I would think kind of like I don't think they call it a cow, bang on a cow, but I'm going to kind of come in here, and then I want to go out. I'm going to have to keep picking. I've got the water in here, and I'm going to have to just kind of come up in here on the face, like so. Something like that. You can always go back and put on more brush strokes if you want. That's up to you. But if you put too many on, you're gonna have to kind of repaint the whole thing. So I always think it's better just to go lighter. And then you can tell I'm kind of, the drier your brush gets, the harder you're gonna hit the board with your brush strokes. So if that makes any sense. I'm sorry, y'all, but I can't see comments. And I'm not sure why. Let me see. Now I've got it on this other one. Let's see, comment. Okay. So if y'all have questions, I'll try to go back later and answer them. All right, I'm almost done right here. And you can tell I actually got it a little bit too dark right here. That's a little too dark for my taste. But I'm not going to worry about it. So what you can do also, I still have this shading brown. Let me put it in this, and I will do a little bit of shading around here. So just like you would even if you hadn't done that dry brushing, I would just do normal shading right around your CNC lines, or just kind of really wherever you want that pattern to go. So I would just do it on something like this. Excuse me. I still make brush strokes like I normally do on anything else. It's just that since I've got those dry brushing strokes there, we're going to have lots, almost like lots of fur or hair on this critter. And that's kind of the look I want. So I am going to just kind of do my normal routine as far as putting on my shading, just like I would normally do. And I'll come up here like so. And then I'll probably do something like this. And again, just putting brush strokes in the way I think the hair would grow. There we go, something like that. And I'm also going to do this eye. We'll come back to that a little bit later. So anyway, I see Connie is putting in a link, I think, to some paint party. We're having the kids paint party on Friday. If any of you moms want to bring your kiddo, I think it's on at 2 o'clock on Friday. And it's going to last probably about an hour and a half. And if the parents want to stay, they're more than welcome to stay. And if they don't want to stay, they don't have to. That's strictly up to them. The kid gets to paint their first, they get to paint their name, the capital letter of the first name, and then the entire name, and we'll glue that name down onto that big capital letter. That capital letter is going to be about 14.5 inches. So it's just kind of a fun kids project. If any of you have kids or grandkids that might want to come join us on Friday, we'll be over at the shop at 1705 Broadway Street. So you can tell I haven't spent a whole lot of time. I think I spent more time wrestling with technology on this live than I have on actually painting, y'all. So without spending a whole lot of time, you can get quite a bit of brush stroking done. That's why I use that chip brush, because I just thought, man, and especially like I've got to do the camel. I still have to do the camel. I'll be doing that. I don't remember when I'm going to be doing that. But there's 3 animals that we have this month: the cow, the camel, and the donkey. So I thought I'm not going to do all that with a smaller brush. So I just got, you can get a chip brush almost anywhere for like 50 cents. So who cares if you cut it up and mess it up a little bit. But I always like to keep brushes that are kind of messed up because, excuse me, y'all, they do come in handy for different projects. So even if you mess a brush up, don't throw it away. Don't throw any brush away for any reason. That's my motto. And so I'm going to come in here and do the tail like so. And then, of course, we've got the behind over here and then the legs down here at the bottom. Y'all, we were outside working this afternoon. It's getting hot, and it's not even really hot yet, but it's coming, y'all. The humidity was not our friend today. And then it kind of acted like it wanted to rain, but it really never, it kind of sprinkled a little bit, but it never really rained. So, which is kind of good because we were outside trying to get paint to dry. I'm hanging out here on the edge of this with a little bit of paint just coming down. I hit the edge and then I kind of make that paint go, the brush kind of go in the air. Then I'm going to kind of do something like that. Now I'm going to still come back and do some white highlights on this, so we still got some more brush stroking to do. Lordy be, y'all. So I still have the cow, the camel, and the donkey that I'll be doing. Let's see. All right. Now, while I have this brush out, I'm gonna wash it over here just a little bit. And let's see. Command R. We're gonna do that. Still trying to see comments on here, y'all. Well, I can't even get the video to show up on my iPad, which is weird because I know I'm in Painters in the Making. Okay, there we are. Let's go here. Okay. Now I've got a flat tip brush, right? And I'm going to bring this over. Let's do it this way so y'all can see better. I've got shading red on there. And I'm going to do just a little bit of shading red on this, the string that's holding the cowbell. Now this shading red is also going to serve as, I'll show you this right quick. It won't take me just a minute. Hey Kim, I see you. I can see her and Debbie. I don't know if I can see anybody else, but anyway. I'm glad y'all are here and hanging out with me. I'm just doing this cow, and I've got this shading red. I'm going to go ahead and outline the ribbon that's hanging that bell. And then I'm going to use this to go ahead and do some outlining, y'all. And then, of course, I'm going to do more brush strokes. So you can tell by the time I get done all the brush stroking on this piece, it's going to look like this cow has a lot of fur. And that's kind of the look that I want. And I'm just kind of coming in here, going down over here on the bangs. Like that. Like so. And then I'm going to just come over here and just start doing this over and over and over, y'all. I still have to come in here and do white. So I've got to, you know, make sure I'm cognizant of that I will be coming back and doing some white. And I'm not trying to get a whole lot of paint on there at any one brush stroke, okay? The object is to kind of just do lots of different strokes. Okay, so I'm going to come over here. I'm going to come up. I'm trying to make sure y'all can see this. And you can tell that I've got a lot of dark colors on this cow, and that's why it's going to be important that I come back and put some white as far as my highlights, which y'all know I will do. I don't know. Are y'all ready for the summer heat? I'm not sure that I am. Not that it matters because it's coming. It's going to do what it's going to do, you know. But today was like, oh, it was kind of, you know, the sun was just out and it was just humid as heck. All right. I'm going to come in here. I've got to come in here and decorate this, and I'll do that here in a little bit. I'm not quite ready for that yet. Just quite yet. And all I did is I put this little mistletoe in Christmas green, and then I did the bell in the gray color, and then I mixed some black with it and did some shading on the bell. That's all I did on that. Let's go like so. Okay, y'all, I'm kind of getting there where you can tell I'm getting that. A lot of that fur animal kind of look here, which is what I want. Awesome, awesome. I love what paint can do. I wish y'all, I love what technology could do. Technology is always getting on my nerves. And I think some of it is obviously for sure operator error, but y'all, I'm convinced some of it is just doesn't work. And I'm not really sure why. I've been in contact with a couple of people that work for Facebook, and I didn't feel so bad, y'all, when they, hey, Mary Lou, how are you? At last, it's the cow. Exactly. Hey, and I've got to still do the camel and the donkey, which I will be doing those sometime this month. Because next month we have to, I'm trying to get all the Christmas pieces done by next month, so that'll give y'all a lot of time to paint them. So next month we have the 3 wise men. This is Christmas in July I'm talking about, y'all. The 3 wise men and 2 shepherds. So we still have a lot to do, you know. That's why I'm doing the 3 animals in June. And we'll be carrying those blanks throughout the year at the store. So, you know, you don't feel like if you can't get them all this summer, it's not a big deal. We'll still have them. But, you know, we're trying to put the tutorials out there so you guys will have plenty of time to paint them just kind of at your leisure, you know, whenever you're ready. All right, I'm going to come over here with my little cow. Y'all, I wish I could see her in person. She's really cute. And I'm just kind of hitting the edge of that really hard on the edge, and then I'm making my brush come airborne. I'm hitting hard on the edge and coming up airborne on my brush once I leave the edge, if that makes any sense. Yay, y'all, she's looking cute. Nothing but a bunch of brush strokes, really, is all it is. Okay, so that was shading red that I had in my hand. Now I've got the black. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that real quick. There's not a lot of black on here. All right. So let's go this way. Okay. So I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to outline this eye. I already had some of it outlined before the video started. And of course, y'all got to put a few eyelashes on me, cow. And on this one, I'm just going to kind of leave it over here. I'll come back in a little bit and put some white. I still got to put some white in there. And I've got to fix this nose. Just kind of straighten it up a little bit. The nostrils, if you will, of the nose. It's really what it is. It's nostrils. Okay. And then I'm going to flip it around a little bit. And I'm going to come over here. And I'm just going to take some of this black paint. And I am going to go in here and just define this cowbell, y'all. I'm just giving it a little bit of definition, not a whole lot. And here's the actual bell inside here. So I'll do that. And then I've got to put a little bit of definition around my mistletoe. I've got a small, you know, this is a script liner in my hand. And normally I have a pretty heavy touch, but for this, it's a small area, so I've really backed off. I've got a very light amount of pressure on this brush. I mean, I just have enough pressure to touch the board, and that's it. Not a lot of pressure at all. Because as you can tell, it's such a small space. If you put a lot of pressure, it's just going to gunk up and look ridiculous. So I'm going to do like that. And while I have this black in my hand, I'll kind of come up on my cow ribbon here, put a little bit of black there, just to give it a little bit of definition. Okay, now I'm going to come over here on this little hoof, and I'm going to do it that way. Okay, now I'm ready to put some white on my brush. This is a script liner. That's it. Got some white. And remember I said I'm going to be doing a lot of brush stroking on this to make this cow look like it's fur, right? Or animal hair, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to just sit here over and over and over and over. And the reason I'm putting this white on here, she's awfully dark. And if you want her to have kind of you definitely want that hair to have kind of like a highlight to it. And I'm not trying to be anything other than just put it where I think it should go. That's it. In the direction, the way you think the hair is going to grow. And then, of course, I got to do a little bit on the cowbell up here, y'all. And I'm not putting a lot of pressure on here. I am going to outline the hoof right here. And then I'm going back up here. And I've got some black on there, so let me get that off. I'm just going to put some white on here. Going in here with some white. over and over and over and over and over and over, y'all. But that's what, to me, that's what makes it look good. Yay, Connie said we just had a request or a call about a paint party. Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, we're doing some kids' parties on Fridays in November, y'all. We've been doing some daycare parties too, where we go to the daycare. So if your kids at daycare, we can go to the daycare or they can come to us. We have about 12 of them scheduled this year for summer so far. And it's weird because about half of them want us to go to them at the daycare. They don't want to come to our studio. And then the other half said, nope, we're getting out of the building. We're coming to you. We don't want you to come to us. So it's kind of interesting. I think it's just whatever they feel like doing, probably. Ooh, y'all got some water on here. Okay, here we go. Okay, you can tell it's kind of getting to the part where it's starting to come together and look like a cow, y'all. So, I love animals. Always have, y'all. Always will. So, painting an animal, I think, is fun. Y'all, there's something about animals. They're innocence, and they just live in the moment. That's too wet, so I'm going to leave that alone for right now. I will fix that tomorrow. I just put a lot of black on there, so I'm going to leave that alone. Just kind of coming in here, doing lots and lots and lots of highlights. That's all I'm really doing. Lots and lots of brush strokes. So I don't want to mess with this eye right now just because it's not doing it. There's just so much paint there. But you get the idea. And then I will come in here on this little bit of this mistletoe and put a little bit of white on the mistletoe. Not a lot, but just a little. And I'm going to work on the eye tomorrow because I can't do anything with it right now. It's got so much black paint. I don't want y'all to see. There you go. So you can kind of tell we got a cow. So these are in the store if you want to purchase any. I will be selling these too as the finished product. For those of you that don't want to paint, we will be selling the finished product. We probably won't have that out there till probably October, November. But also, if you want to cut your own blank, we have these as templates. So we have a template if you want to cut your own blank. We sell the blank if you want to paint it. Or if you want to buy the thing, I'll make it. And I'm going to make a lot of them, and they'll be out there probably end of October at the store. So hope you guys have a good one. We will be back on tomorrow doing something, y'all. What the heck are we doing tomorrow? Oh, I'm going to be doing blue bonnets, but I think that'll be on Friday. So if you bought blue bonnets or you want to paint blue bonnets, I'll be definitely doing that on Friday. And Ashley will be on tomorrow doing a wheelbarrow of flowers. So thank y'all for hanging out with me, and y'all have a good one, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.